So one day, a man needed a pair of boxing gloves. So he went into his sports store. And there, with his weird ass headphones, he met a beautiful woman. But there was more to this beautiful woman. Instantly, he was topless and looking at a pair of gloves. And then, before he knew, he had left with these gloves and given them to his clients. But little did they know, the gloves were absolute dog shit. The woman was a yokai, a demon. And these are the gloves that she gave to him. With that terrible AI intro out of the way, I now want to talk about the company, Everlast. So, Everlast started in 1910 and they have been making apparel for over 100 years. And they are from...
Hey, I'm walking here!
As you can guess, they're from New York. So, they've worked with some of the biggest boxers in the world, from Roberto Duran to Muhammad Ali to Sugar Ray Leonard. So, they have a pretty good track history with fighters. And till this day, they are still working with some of the biggest fighters in the world. For example, they work with Deontay Wilder, Dustin Poirier, biggest names right now. So you would think with a company with a track record that good, that they would be arguably one of the best in the world. But for some reason, they're not as popular as they should be. Now, some of their apparel is really good. Some of the gear that they sell is really good. I have first-hand experience with some of their stuff and it's been pretty good, especially for the price. Now, they were bought out by a British company called the Fraser Group, and this may have had an influence on their, standard. So, I love the gym, honestly, I can't get enough of it. I don't understand these girls that complain about guys walking in front of their camera. When it happens to me, I always laugh. But anyway, back to talking about Everlast. So I remember I bought some of their apparel and the training gear back in, I think, 2017, 2018, and it was pretty good. And when I went back and bought some stuff back around 2021, I bought these and I was thinking, well, they're going to be like the ones I bought before, entry level, decent make, doesn't feel too good, but is usable. And when I gave these gloves to my clients, my brand new clients, they were complaining about hand pain and wrist pain, and I was like, oh, these people are just weak. They're really weak. They haven't done any boxing training, anything like that before. They just need to get into shape. And it's only when I put the glove on and I went, oh, they're not weak. These gloves are just that bad. They're that bad to the point where I realized that if my clients kept on using these gloves, they would have had serious hand pain, hand problems, maybe wrist pain and wrist problems, maybe even broken bones, who knows. But the Spike Training Everlast glove that you can find in Sports Direct, they sell them online, is hands down arguably the worst glove I have ever used in my life. And I'm not just saying it to push the algorithm or whatever. They're made in an Indian sweatshop. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. Yeah, they're just terrible. I can say maybe two good things about these gloves. Number one, the bag isn't terrible. I kind of like the bag that they give you. It's pretty good, especially with the mesh, so the gloves can breathe. And the camel print is really nice. The glove is arguably one of the best looking gloves I've ever had. And that's it. And now if you look at my face, look at it. It's just like, it's a struggle to put these gloves on. And once I finally do get the gloves on and start hitting the bag, it's no better. It's just, you have to adapt the way you punch so much so that it's pointless. You can see my hand kind of bend when I punch the bag, the heavy bag. And the way you have to punch as well, you have to adapt the way you punch, because you can't punch with your knuckles. The glove doesn't allow you to do that. So what you have to do is kind of par the bag, you know, like what the ties do to measure distance. You have to kind of punch like that. So you're not punching with your knuckles, you're punching with your finger, you know when you bend your fingers, you have to punch with that part. It's no good. It's just a horrible experience. You can see I'm in pain. I have to try to, even when I like to go to the body, I like to go hard with my hooks to the heavy bag, and I can't do that. I kind of gotta slap the bag. So this is my fist afterwards. My middle two knuckles are hurting me where I've been trying to punch properly, and because the glove doesn't give you any way to form a decent fist, you're gonna be in pain. The glove doesn't even give you room to put hand wraps on. So if you're thinking, well, you're punching raw, you don't have any hand wraps, you can't even get your fist into the glove with hand wraps. That's how little space and how bad these gloves are. Yeah, they're just terrible. So I've seen online with Everlast that they have, say, gloves that are around £100. But it's funny that they're around £100 because I've had similar gloves like this, or like that style, for way cheaper. And I don't understand why these gloves are that bad, especially coming from Everlast. You know, I don't understand why you have to spend so much money on an Everlast glove to get something even punchable. Is that bad? So what can you do with these gloves? You can use them as target practice. If you're angry, you can just smash them about. You can throw weights like I'm doing. I will suggest you put your weights back after throwing them at the glove. Always put your weights back. Yeah, if you have a shooting range, I know a lot of you Americans do, take these gloves to the shooting range and put a couple of rounds into them. That's what they're good for. They're not even, I wouldn't even suggest giving this to like a kid. You know, it's just, don't do it. It's not even worth it. The worst gloves I've ever had the misfortune of buying. Unfortunately, I lost the receipt, so I couldn't take them back. And yeah, now I just have to look at these terrible gloves and just be so annoyed. Don't buy these. They're arse. I normally like to make positive reviews, but I saw that I had these and I need to warn people, don't buy these gloves. They're the worst. Stay away from these and don't buy them. So with that out of the way, have a nice day and peace.